Hi everybody, it's me, Dracula's daughter again. Been dragged through the hedge backwards. As you can see, look at the state of her. Looking very pale today because I've ran out of blood in Asda's, so you can't get it out of a stone, can you? But anyway, so that's me for you. Now what it was, I don't know if I told you in my last video that I'd ordered some stuff, and well, two of the items turned up. The eyeshadow palette didn't turn up, so it's turned up today. It's probably turn up tomorrow, so I'll talk about that on Saturday. But yesterday turned up. Because I ordered some face powder, which I've got bloody 20 tubs of in the house. I ordered about another face powder from a compact face powder from that company Fora or Fuera or whatever. I have to find out what they call Phoera. I used the foundation on Saturday. It's very buildable. It's very good. Stayed on all day, even though I was sweating like a glass blow's backside. And it lasted all day, which was really good, apart from where I was wearing the glasses, and that is a problem, and I should remember how to sort that out. Little tip is when on the nose, especially around there, and I should remember this, it's from a makeup artist that's listed on my main page, and then Wayne Goss, wonderful artist, makeup artist from Cardiff. And he said if you have any problems, like if you're wearing glasses and he keeps rubbing off, he said put the foundation on, then powder it, then foundation, then powder it again. He said, you know, don't panic. He said just do it, and apparently it'll stay. So I'll try that next time and see if it works. If it works, I'll tell you. But anyway, so this morning I thought, right, fine, jazz myself up. So I used the primer that I bought last week, a couple of weeks ago, the Fora one, and the really thick one. Put that on first, like, you know, from the middle outwards. That's how you should do it. And then I did the spray primer over the top of it, just to make damn sure. Then I used this powder, Fora Sheer Matte Fixing Compact Powder, in 201 translucent. That's what it looks like. That's the tub, as it were, and there's the powder, right, and this is the colour of it. Okay, put it on there, and look how light that is. Look at it, look at that, look at it. So I put that on my face with the sponge applicator, which didn't come with it, by the way. I had my own. Put that all over my face, just to get into the pore, hide the pores even more. And my goodness, I looked like, well, I don't know, looked like a ghost. Looked more of a ghost, looked paler than what I usually am. I joked with a couple of people a few weeks ago, and I think that's why they don't talk to me, because I think they took me too seriously. Was that I've said this before in one of my other videos, that decades ago it was people who were dark tanned, not fake tanned, but tanned from being outside. They were seen as the working class, whereas the upper class weren't tanned because they weren't outside all the time working. So and I used that analogy for staying pale, because I personally don't like being tanned. I used to when I was much younger, but now I prefer being pale. But anyway, so that's me for you. So I've got that powder, schlepped it on, pressed it into the pores and everything, and it seems to have done okay. So, but anyway, so the other thing is, you can hear the rattling in the back there, was I ordered yet again some more flaming brushes, makeup brushes, and this is a set of 12 from a company called Urban Decay. Comes in a box. The box is a bit battered, but it doesn't matter. Just as long as the contents are okay. So I can smell chips. So I've been on this diet since February, and I haven't even had a chip since, I'm telling you, 7 months. Yeah, 7 months. I've been so good. No bread, nothing. But I got chippy across the road, and when they cook, it wafts over. It's lovely. But anyway, so bought this set, and the reason why I bought it is because you can put the whole set in a handbag, because it comes in a box. There's the box, little box like that. See, little box like that. Lovely, super duper. And the brushes. There's the brushes. Yes, compact, aren't they? Aren't they marvellous? I've got to stop saying, oh, they're marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. But anyway, so there's the foundation brush, which I'll never use. Foundation brush, there's the powder brush, blusher brush, and it's so soft. Oh, man-made fibre, so soft. Wooden handles, lovely wooden handles, and various other winners for eyeliner, for the eyes and everything. And this, oh, which was nice. How nice, nice. Which I think, doesn't believe him. Which I think I will use as a lipstick brush, even though there's one there. But I thought, will this really comes like that, see? And there's the brush. There's the brush. See? And you can add it like that. See? So it needs to be squeezed a bit there, so just hold it a little bit more. You can use it like that. But I usually use my brushes that close anyway, so I'm going to use this as a as my lipstick brush if I'm not using the lipsticks with the doe foots, if I'm just using the lip thingy. And so yes, so that was nice, and you can shove them back in the box and then just have that as is in your handbag, so it's faffing about, doesn't it? So but yes, so I used the makeup that I bought, the Fora foundation and the powder. With the powder, it did the job, but because it's such a tiny pot, I wouldn't use it to cover the whole face in one go. But put it down the middle, the T-zone, and then just brush it. I'll brush it outwards. That's what I would do, but that's me personally for you. Like I've said before, I'm sure I have. I'm not a makeup artist. Or anything like that. I only do my own face. I know my face. I can do whatever makeup in 5 minutes. This took me today, what, 15 minutes, and I've got lashes on as well. I've got no eyebrows, lashes. There's no foundation, and I'm going to carry on doing it because I do feel so nice. And actually, I was told today that with this dress, I know it's the same dress as my last video. I know it's been washed and been out in the line and whatever, and look at my hair. See how wavy my hair is. See, lovely. But anyway, so took Zena out to Baker's Park and go through to Bradley's Wood, and there's women there, and one of them said, "Oh, you're going to catch your cold, catch your death. You've got no cardio on, no coat on." Another one said, she said, "You're too sexy to be walking the dogs." And I'm thinking, how am I too sexy? This is not sexy. This dress is not sexy. It's just a long dress down to the ground, and it's got a split on either side up to my knees, and that's it. And I do love this dress because it fits perfect and stretches, so, and with my big belly it does. And this other woman turned out, which I'd never met before, she said, "If you've got it, you flaunt it, honey." She went on, which was lovely, and I said, "Then I've got plenty." So, but anyway, and apparently I am losing weight because I sent a couple of pictures to a mate of mine which I haven't seen in such a long time, and she noticed in the picture that I've lost from the chin, which was nice, which is nice of her to notice. And she said, "Oh gosh, yes, you have lost loads of weight." And somebody had told her anyway, a couple of weeks ago, that I've lost a lot of weight, and drastic loss. And I'm thinking to myself, is there a drastic loss, or is it my I'm walking higher now and everything, you know, so holding my head high and everything, so perhaps it looks as if I've lost a lot more than what I have. But I haven't weighed myself since the nurse did a few weeks ago, and I was 18 stone then, so if I'm under that, that's fine. It'd be lovely, it'd be ideal. I'm going to go back down to what I was years ago. I doubt it very much. I'll be just full of saggy skin, but hey, get my corsets back out, which I have been. I've started doing that as well, which is nice. Didn't wear a corset last night in bed, so I'm going to do that tonight. But yes, so I'm wittering on again, aren't I, like an old fishwife? But hitting briefly, oh, there's one thing I want to talk about actually, which I should have done at the very beginning of this video. This is my third attempt, because the first one I was shouting at Simba because he was in the bin in the kitchen and he wouldn't listen to me. And the second one, literally at the end, it was just excuses scratch. I was just about to end the video when the phone rang, and because I used this as a phone, and I forgot to put it on flight mode so nobody could get through and no noise and everything, which I started doing last week. and I forgot to do it, and it was my ex-husband phoning up to see how I was and everything, and well, and I thought, oh, so I sat in there for about half an hour trying to edit it, and it just didn't sound right, didn't look right. So I thought, right, no, I'm not going to edit it because it was going to look silly, and I've told no editing, so I did say that. So here I am, third time lucky, as they say. So, but there's one thing I want to touch on, which I haven't, and I should have done ages ago, but I'm touching on it now. It's better late than never, I suppose, but I'm always like that anyway. If I do say I'm going to do something, I will do it, but it might take me time to get there, but I will get, I'm like the old British Rail. You know, I'll get there when it gets there. But anyway, years ago when I started on this journey, before I had the surgery, there was an issue with some GPs in Devon and Cornwall, definitely in Cornwall, I don't know about Devon then, but definitely in Cornwall, about GPs prescribing the hormone treatment to trans women. I don't know about the trans men, but definitely trans women. Is he in the kitchen again? No, it's not. But definitely trans women. And on Saturday, Simba? And on Saturday, I found out, this is 2019 as you know, but on Saturday I found out that a friend of mine with her GP finally turned around and told her that after a year of supplying her with the hormones, she's on tablets, I think she is. Well, it doesn't matter what she's on, but the hormones. Turned around and said, no, we're not going to do it. You slipped through the net, as it were. And that's what they said to her. You slipped through the net. We don't do it. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, we are not going to give you any more hormone treatment, which I personally think if it's not illegal, it's reprehensible, and because doctors are there to help people, not to be godly, playing God with our lives, basically. So which is totally wrong, and I keep hearing all these things happening, and I'm there going, it's 2019. How dare you? How dare you be judgmental? You are there to do a job and do the job. But anyway, and it's still happening. Don't know about how Cornwall is, but this is not far from here. This is in Devon, and in an area which you thought would have been okay with it, but apparently not. But anyway, so if that does happen to anyone that's watching here and they're panicking, get in touch with the clinic you go to ASAP if your GP turns around and says, no, we are not going to supply you with the relevant hormone treatment. Get in touch with your clinic and they should get the prescription for you, and then you pick it up every time you go there, however many weeks or many months, whatever, and they will prescribe it for you, and you just pick it up from there. And I went to Exeter, and there's a couple there that picked theirs up from Exeter, from the clinic there, because their GP in Cornwall wouldn't prescribe the relevant hormones, which I can't believe that a GP would say no. I can't understand, because like I said, it's reprehensible, because it is somebody's life that they're doing this to. It's somebody's life. Somebody's life is at stake. If the doctor at the clinic turns around and said, yes, it's okay, you can go the hormone regime, and your GP says, no, I'm not going to do it. You know, so going back to the topic about suicide, and the trans community has one of the biggest suicide rates in the country. No wonder if we have to come, deal with such hypocrisy from the GP of all people. Whether male or female, it doesn't matter. The GP's gender has no bearing on this. The GP's job is to ensure the well-being of their patients, and denying a trans person their hormone treatment is not looking after the well-being of that patient. And I think if it's not illegal. It should be made illegal, and I think it's morally wrong anyway. So if it does happen to any of you, like I said, get in touch with your clinic straight away as soon as the GP says no. If they do, I was lucky when I lived in Cornwall. The GP there, he was brilliant. He was really nice, and I've had no problem with that side. And I am lucky, and I know that I'm lucky because I haven't gone through some of the crap that other trans women have gone through. Okay, I've lost my family, I've lost a few friends, well, quite a few friends actually I've lost. I lost a couple of homes, nearly lost my life, you know, sort of a marriage, you know, there's a lot of things, but other people out there are going through worse than I am, and I am lucky to be where I am today, and I know that, and I do appreciate that, and I respect each and every one of you out there that are fighting, and if I could make it easier for you, I would, honestly, but unfortunately I can't. I can't just get a magic wand and just waft it like that and say, right, oh, everything's all okay. And it's not that easy, you know, we still have to go through, and I understand the process and everything, and waiting for the surgery, if indeed you're going down that route. Oh, pardon me, I actually met somebody on Saturday at Totnes Pride that is not going to have the surgery down there. Neither is her partner. They are trans lesbians, and they're happy the way they are, and more power to them if that's their choice, and they're happy with it, which is wonderful. And she's a doll person. Yes, and I am using the pronoun she because it's okay. She told me I could, and she's a doll person in a club in Totnes, and you don't mess with her, honestly. But she's a lovely lady, absolutely gorgeous lady, and stunning, you know, so, but it's like she was saying, the crap that she goes through. But anyway, so going back to all the hormone treatments and everything, if your GP says no, like with a friend of mine, I found out on Saturday, after being with this GP for a year, apparently they said, oh, you slipped through the net, so we're not going to do it anymore, blah blah blah, which I think is wrong, which I think is totally wrong, and it's immoral, honestly, and I keep saying reprehensible because it is. Somebody's life is at stake. It is a matter of life and death. It really is, and people don't understand that it does come down literally to life and death before we do. Well, in my case anyway, and the case of a couple of friends that are trans girls, trans women that I know. Yeah, it literally was a matter of life or death, and it was either stay like this and live a lie and die like this within about 6 months, or change. And we changed, and I changed, and they've changed and everything. But, and of course then having a GP turn around to you and say, oh no, you, even though the clinic says it's okay, we are not going to, because we don't think it's right, blah blah blah. It's just totally wrong. Totally wrong, because if they're going to spat things, religion, to do with religion, I think it's wrong, because religion has no place in GP surgery. If you want to be holier than that, then become a minister, become a priest, and just go into your own thing. The first doctor I saw, he is a priest, he's a Catholic priest at a church in Devon, and he said that what he preaches in the pulpit goes against what he does as a job, as a psychiatrist, head psychiatrist at the clinic I used to go. And but he said, Tony, I understand. He said, I do understand. So, you know, and he was the one who said, oh, by the way, you are trans, Tony, and whatever. But anyway, so yes, so any problems like that, get in touch with the clinic straight away. And I can't believe it's still happening. 2019 is just disgusting, isn't it? You know, so 20, 30, 40 years ago, I could understand it, but not today, not in this day and age. If I was you, I would get in touch with the clinic straight away and then change your doctor, change your GP, and then as soon as you change your GP, get in touch with the medical board, whatever they call it, medical organisation or GMO or whatever, and see if there's anything you can do about it. So, but anyway, look, I've got to go. This is my third attempt at this video, like I said. There were other things we're going to talk about as well, but just a load of twaddle now. Simba, what are you doing? I can see you. Xena! See? Is that Xena? Is that Xena? Is it? Who's that? Who's that? Simba, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Come here, Sim. Come here, Simba. What are you up to? You in the bin again? No, come here. Come here. Honestly, he's in that bloody bin. Oh, do you know, I'm going to smack his bum. You know, I would never hurt them, bless them. That's why they get away with murder. But anyway, so yes, so like I said, get in touch with the clinic straight away. Don't mess about, because, well, it is your life really, and it is a matter of life and death. And I personally don't see why GP should be able to make a call like that. It's unbelievable. It's like happened to a friend's daughter. Actually, it wasn't a friend's daughter, it was my friend actually, because I was talking to her. She went and have a morning after pill because the guy she was seeing didn't wear a condom. She had forgotten to take her pill, and she went to the chemist and in Devon, not far from here, and asked for a morning after pill, and the chemist turned around and said no, due to religious grounds, which I think personally religion has no space, no place in anything like that, anything to do with health and well-being of a person. If you want to preach about your religion, become a priest, become a nun, become a minister, but don't do it. Don't use it to basically not do your job as a healer, a medical healer. We're not talking about a faith healer. A faith healer is a completely different thing. But you know, as a medical person, I don't think that there's no place for it. There's no place for it. I'm sorry. And some of you might disagree. Some of you might agree. I don't care. At the end of the day, if you're a doctor, if you're a GP, if you work in a hospital as a nurse or a doctor in a hospital, you are there for the well-being of the person, to make sure they get well, to make sure, or if you can't make them well, to make sure that they're comfortable. And denying them treatment, regardless of what it is, denying them treatment is wrong. Totally, totally wrong. Reprehensible, morally, and it should be legally wrong. It should be illegal. And I'm not talking about a hormone regime for the trans people. I'm talking about anything and everything, because you hear it that like oh, a doctor wouldn't do this because of their religious beliefs, and I think it's wrong, because you can't help people if that's the case. You really can't. You can't make people better if that's the case. You know, so, oh no, I can't give you that. I can't give you that because of my belief. I can't give you that because of my belief. I can't give you that because of my religious belief. Religion does not come into the health and well-being of a person. I'm talking about the medical health and well-being. I'm not talking about the spiritual health and well-being, because that's where then it's right. Religious or anything, any kind of belief, then help you there. But I'm talking about medical. Religion has no place when it comes down to medical issues. No place whatsoever. And you will never, ever, ever change me on that, because if you are a GP watching this, what your belief is should be outside that door. When you're seeing a patient, you are there to help them, not to not to preach, not to make up your own mind if you want to treat them a certain way or not due to your religion. That should stay outside the surgery door. You are there to help people, medically help people, and that's how it should be. Okay, and with that now, because I'm getting quite angry now, because I'm thinking it's 2019 and GPs are still doing this, and I just cannot believe that in this day and age and in this country that it's doing this, that they're doing this still to this day. Be understandable, say about 30, 40 years ago, but today, 2019, we are supposed to be in an enlightened age, and it's still happening, and it makes me so angry. It's unbelievable. People like that should not practice medicine, regardless. And people like the chemist at Boots, it was Boots, the chemist, and it was a male chemist, and he turned around to my friend and said, no, sorry, it's your fault, blah blah blah, I will not prescribe you the morning after, I will not sell you a morning after pill due to religious grounds. And ridiculous. Who is he to judge my friend? Who is the GP to stop my friend getting her hormones? Ridiculous, and I'm getting quite angry about it now, and I don't want to get angry because I start eating a lot when I get angry, so and I don't want to eat. I ate a lot yesterday because I was angry, so but anyway, so thank you for watching, thank you for sharing and liking and even unliking. Like I keep saying, and I keep saying this until the day I die, I'm like Marmite, either you like me or you hate me, so you know. But don't have me on toast because breadcrumbs goes everywhere. but yes, so on that note, I have been naughty again, by the way, so I ordered some more stuff, some more makeup. I'm just so naughty. I have to get another room, I think, or well, I've got 2.5 boxes full of makeup, so I need another box, I think, soon. But anyway, so thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing and liking, and please share, and if anybody has any questions, please get in touch. This is what I'm here for, and if anybody has any problems, like I know a couple of parents of children that are trans, if you have any questions and you just want to meet up for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or whatever, please let me know. More than welcome to. We can sit there and just say nothing, or we can sit there and have a chat or talk about trans things, and you know, the questions that you feel as if you can't ask your child, you can ask me. I'll answer them for you as well as I can. You know, so and that's what I'm here for, and this is what this video is all about, is to help people who have questions, especially the family of people, of trans people, especially trans girls and trans women, because I've said this before. There's one thing when you come out to yourself, and then you know the next step is coming out to people closer to you. Pardon me, closest to you, and you expect them to literally take it on board straight away and treat you like, well, basically in my case, treat me like a girl, like a woman, like a female, and it is a hell of a huge step for somebody that's around you, and especially for the parents, especially the mothers. I think the mothers is even harder for the mothers. I think it's just, I haven't spoken to any fathers yet, so but the mothers, it's like grief, and I would assume, I would think that it would be the same with the fathers as well. You know, bringing a child up in one gender or one sex. I'm not saying gender, I'm talking about sex now. Like for instance, as a boy, bringing a child up as a boy, then before they hit puberty, no, I'm in the wrong body, and all comes out and everything, and of course we expect people to understand it straight away just like that, but they don't. So, but I'm here to help those people try to understand and try to deal with the fact that their child is trans, and any questions that they have, come to me and I'll try my best to answer them with a smile, with a giggle, and some serious bits as well. So anyway, look, I've got to go because this is half an hour long now. I wasn't thinking it's our witter on too long. Anyway, look, thank you and speak to you soon. Have a nice couple of days. Bye bye.